much do pretty much whatever the bleep he wants. But we'll go take all of his stuff here. I'm sure the good doctor doesn't mind. But pretty much, relatively anything that has value would be somewhat worthy to have and sell. That's right, I don't even have enough repair to fix that thing up. Yeah. You have to really tag your skills very carefully. Depends on what you really want to do. And pretty much pre-word books pretty much have relatively no value. Relatively no value when it comes to pretty much Fallout 3, which is quite a lot. Pre-word books. And that one lady from the Brotherhood pretty much giving you caps, pretty much left and right. But it could be a good playthrough. Pretty much tend to think console tends to work a little bit better, especially when you're trying to aim. Just relatively anything in the drawers here. Iguana on stick. Sure. From the makers of Squirrel on a Stick now comes with Iguana on a Stick. And some cigarettes, because cancer sells quite a bit. Let's see here. I don't think there's much else that we really need to grab here. As good doctor pretty much just walks around. Alright, I think let's venture out into the world. The Mojave Wasteland. Super bright screen hurts eyes. And here comes the DLCs. So that's Old World Blues. Level cap has been added to 5. Let's see, there's Honest Hearts. Let's see here. I remember what this DLC was. Oh, Lonesome Road. Definitely interesting there. And we're starting to get more quests. Let's see here. Gunrunner's Arsenal. Let's see here. Should be another one popping up here. Just a moment here. Oh, there you go. There's a 4th one. Sierra Madre. Dead Money. So pretty much now we already have those DLCs just waiting for us to do them. Let's head on into the saloon of saloons. There's a pigeon outside my window. Pretty much on our balcony.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
Kind of probably a distant relative to Almada.
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Yeah, definitely a very nice help. There's Victor right there. Just lurking around. Alright.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
Alright, and one of the best things about this game compared to Fallout 3 is pretty much this, an actual iron sight.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight.
An actual true iron sight, instead of just like zooming in. Oh, darn it. Missed. There we go.
Crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim.
Yeah, well, it helps out a little bit. Let's see here. It's right there.
Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Sure.
Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
Alright. Reload. Not the most pristine condition. Dog meets cousin. But yeah, there's some things I like about this game, there's some things I don't like about the game, but I tend to think pretty much what game developers try to do is try to make something really good and then try to make it a little bit better, try to experiment with it. And I definitely understand their reasoning behind some of the stuff they did, but when it comes to the healing aspect of it, pretty much that kind of fogged me up a little bit. And pretty much relatively what I mean by that is, let's skip through this junk here. Pretty much HP +1 for 5 seconds, which is an overtime thing, but not.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way.
Alright. But back to my thought here, pretty much overtime thing pretty much really kind of turned me off compared to
Go give him hell.
Fallout 3. But whatever. Doesn't really matter all that much. Looks like here they are. Ah, shit. Still trying to get used to the console version. Oh, what the hell? I can't remember if there's like a melee button for guns in this game. I can't remember.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me.
Sure, why
Shouldn't
not?
take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
I'm gonna get more ammo. But once you start getting better weapons, pretty much the varmint rifle becomes is a little bit of useless. What the hell? Lame. I'm gonna go ahead and loot these guys here. So, a couple of them. Gecko meat tastes pretty lovely. Nice aftertaste.
Help!
Of course, this whole lady here. Aw, bummer. Poor lady. No, bummer. I don't want to get him. I wanted to kill him. Okay. She left me a pretty nice weapon.
Ah, hell's bells. There's not a day passes by I don't tell people not to come here by themselves. Some people, your word just isn't good enough for them. Then this happens. Well, it's a part of life out here. Best to accept it. But you did what you promised. Staying out here with me. Here's my end of the deal. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested? Alright then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Alright. So pretty much now, all I have to do is go make some food, I guess. And some brock flower and xander root. So technically it's not really even really for food, it's more something for healing, medicine, all that jazz. But certain aspects of the gameplay definitely were improved when it comes to Fallout 3 in this game. Just gotta keep looking around here, just in case if there's any enemies around here. Could go with like a melee weapon. Most of the enemies around here pretty much aren't really all that difficult to take down, unless you go north, which this guy right here, very easy to take down. And they didn't leave me anything good. And looks like some load flies. Freaking mutated ass flies. That was probably my grave right there. Pretty much the lantern's still on. Keep out. Alright, so now what we have to go find here is, as soon as I get off of the grave there. So that's the brock flower. Doesn't look like much, but it works. So now I'm gonna head on over to the schoolhouse, which is pretty much right where that's kind of where that middle part of the screen is at, right there. Can be actually kind of a fairly glitchy game as well. This game can be, but what can you do? We have some more enemies to deal with in the schoolhouse. The schoolhouse that rocks. Kill that. Yeah, let's venture into the house. And we got some more critters to deal with. Oh man, that pretty much took his head off. More of them, then that should be the last one. Anything there? No. Probably take the cherry bomb. Let's see here. Schoolhouse has seen better days. And some bobby pins. Will be useful very soon. And I don't have any science skill to really pick apart that, but I do believe I do have Programmer's Digest, which adds 10 plus to science for a very short little bit. But let's go ahead and lockpick this. Easy as that. Oh, Sith boy, and then knife. Don't really need the knife. Let's head back outside. And grab some Xander root. And let's see here, the map. Back to the good screen source. I could just walk there. I could just walk there if I wanted to, but I don't need to. Don't care. There's Sunny.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. All right now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
Alright, so now, pretty much since we only have one of each, pretty much we're only able to make one.
See? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
And let's go say hi to Trudy. But this playthrough, pretty much I'll be doing, pretty much sticking with NCR. Be aligning with them. Not really necessarily Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty much those guys are not necessarily as friendly as Fallout 3. Guys in Fallout 3. And I don't really like Caesar's Legion all that much. Bunch of posers who don't really know what the real meaning of being part of the Roman Empire.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
What the hell is your problem?
And he went away very quickly. Let's go ahead and sit on the stool. Shot glasses.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Looks like our little town got itself dragged in the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him. He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill. You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him. Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now. All right. If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Good Springs. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there. Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate it one bit. Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor by accident, and it hasn't been working since. They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know. I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up. There's always something interesting going on. But the biggest news has to be the coming dust-up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam. I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something.
Alright.
Be careful out there.
Yeah, probably head on out. Let's see here.